Alright, we're recording again. Just in case it didn't catch it, we'll go back this way and see. Okay. A little bit. Hopefully it caught it from there on. And we'll continue on. As you see over here, there's a river. This flows through the cavern. Turn the camera here and you can get a minute to orient yourself on the camera system. Alright, here we go. We're going to head back towards the blockage within a cave. So it may be tight. However, you can have a look around. Hopefully it turns out. I'll come back down here again with a little bit different lighting system, and we'll do it quickly. Hopefully not mess with any of the cave life here. A lot of the cave life here is blind, nocturnal. As you see, it goes up under there, and it goes that way. Alright, we're going to come out this way. We're still recording, looking good. Alright, if you look up, we also have all kinds of formations on the ceiling. There's soda straws and stalactites and mites in here, a lot of them. Some of them are damaged, however, a lot of these ones on this portion of the cave, you see there's beautiful soda straws. And in the room, I was just told there's 15, 20 foot tall soda straws, which is not accessible anymore. However, these sections still are under the right conditions. And yeah. And as you see here, we got the water. There is little cave fish and things in here. Let's adjust these lights. Alright. We'll take a good look at some of this flowstone over here. A lot of the ones up above kind of broken off and damaged over the years in the water and debris that's come through this cave. You don't want to come down here in the heavy rains that are in the area. No go if it's a heavy rain. As you can see, we are walking through water. This is the umbrella formation. Hopefully with the VR it works out and we're able to look around a little bit. I know it's not the greatest lighting. We'll come back down through and do a different video. Now, I know a lot of other videos don't go a lot of these other areas in here, which we're going to try to hit on the way out. So, up our muddy path here. Bear with me, I gotta do this without hanging on to things. We'll go up under the umbrella stone and have a careful look here. The formation you just seen is just basically hanging over our head right now. That doesn't really go anywhere necessarily. It goes back around and comes out over there somewhere. We'll check that out another day. A lot of mud here, but it's like a hard clay. Alright, so we'll take the high road here and walk around. I'll try to pan around the best I can, and I hope there's enough light to at least make it visible. I'll try to pan around. I know it's not a camera I intend to move around because you guys are able to actually move the camera, so I'm in a habit of pointing the camera. So if I do swing the camera, I do apologize. I'm in a horrible habit of swinging the camera around. I will adjust it a little bit here and there. I'm going to try. But yeah, check some stuff out here. There's a few things I wanted to check out. And I did try to go up that direction, and it kind of leads to a steep drop. So we're going to actually go down around. Let me fix my lights again. I'm going to go down here. There's the camera. Sorry if the camera's moving around a lot. Kind of climbing down a minute. Yeah, this is a section of the cave that most don't normally get to see. So I thought I'd bring everybody back here with the VR, and man, I hope it really turns out. And if it doesn't, I'm not far, so we'll come back tomorrow or another day and continue on some extra filming. This is a cave that you do need a permit. There's some clearances before you come in, just for safety. And I hope that bit of this video got on the first part, because we started at the end of the cave there. It may be cut off, but hopefully not. But if it is, we'll get that fixed. Anyways, I am turning the camera again, I'm sorry. Give you a good angle look this way, because I know the VR has a blurry seam at some point. When you scroll around or move, there is a seam where the video stitches together. So your best view you're going to get is front and back. On the side edges. All these formations, I'll try to tip the camera up some so we can look out too. Try to turn slow. I'm so used to pointing the camera every which way. And we'll continue on going this direction. Man, I hope this turns out. Alright, so right here is a actual pinch section of the cave where we have to actually get down and probably crawl. This is a little difficult with no hands. Let me see if I could hold the camera this way. Just using my hand to brace myself to get past this section here. Hold on. Man, I hope this turns out. If not, we'll come in with better lighting. However, here we go. Alright. I could be crawling through here. However, as you see, it's not a lot of clearance. So, yeah, this cave relies on having the right level of water and keeping a very, 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 very close eye on water levels. And going back into the deep spot here. Now, and yes, this water is cold. Alright, we're going to head through here. Water's about knee deep. You see? There we go. Here's knee deep. Knee deep. Alright. And I could either head that way and out, or this way and up. So, it might be kind of hard to go through there without spot. The camera. Alright, we fixed the lights. I'm holding some lights because I knocked some lights off my hand. And yeah. Alright, camera's good. We're stable. Here we are. We're up above our water section and our pile of debris here that got washed in from a flood. And we're going to continue on this way. We're going to take the wet route, walking through the water. You got to be careful here. There's a few rather deep spots. Not too bad though. And I'm going to fix the lights. Fix our camera. Make sure we're good. Alright, we're out at the pinch point. And I'll spin back around. And you can see. I'll come over here a little bit too. There's a lot of the sections that weren't really filmed good. And I hope that this VR works out. If not, we're going to get more lights and a 4-direction light and come in with that. And I think we'll be good with that. And then I'll be able to walk right through. And we should be able to look all around and have a good view. I don't know what that was, sorry. Heard a noise behind me. Caves make a lot of noises. And you can see all kinds of formations on the ceiling. No backs yet. It does have a little glow to it. I was checking that. Sorry about the flashing lights there. I was checking that one spot. I believe there could be bioluminescence, something. I don't know if it's bioluminescence or what it might be. I know when I shine a flashlight at some of this stuff, it does have a glow of sorts. And we're in the mud slide. There are some cavers. Like to slide down from up there. And we'll go this way. We'll continue on the wet route. Are we still recording? We're still good. 12 minutes. We might have missed the exact end of the cave. However, I'm going to go back through with a vertical camera. Well, I'll try to look around. I'll try to stop here. And then on the way out. And we'll do some exploring later on and hopefully some more VR mapping through there. And we'll see how that works out and plays out, and might have to come back with some better lights a little bit. Just designed for the VR. I have a better idea of what kind of lights I want to use in order to make it work out better than holding some hand lights and some helmet lights, which I knocked off back there. I don't really see any cave life down in there, but there definitely is some fishies in there. And there's some crabs, and there's also some salamanders that are in here. If I do spot another one on the way out, I'll show it to you. But there's some cave salamanders in here, and quite a few others. Alright, that's a high dry road. You usually take that road when the water's really, really high down here. Yeah, usually you don't get very far when the water's that high. So I'm going to walk across this bit of water here, and I'm not sure where those bubbles are coming from, but we'll keep an eye on that. And the air and gases and things that come up to the ground in the cave sometimes, but I don't think that's what it is. It's probably just the bubbles off the water. And all around, I'll try to pan. I hope this VR works. I know we can't kind of have to kind of move the flashlight back here. I'll come around. I'll try to move it slower maybe. We'll see what works out in the end once I take a look at this video later. And we'll make some changes as we go. First time trying to VR map and kind of see what I'm going to be working with here when I start VR mapping a little better. And we'll go from there. I think I'm going to have a 4-directional light or more of a lantern type of deal. Hopefully I'm holding the camera good enough for everybody to see. We'll be approaching the exit here soon. See, there might be a little bit of light coming from the end of the tunnel. And there's our pass up that direction also. And at some point we're going to VR through there once we fine-tune all these VR settings and lighting issues that we were having here. Of course, I decided to do this on our last bit of light. As you can see, there's a lot of fog and steam in here. Very foggy and steamy. And we're approaching the tunnel exit. And this is the tunnel exit, thanks. And we'll be back again.